The city is embarking on a new community effort, Downtown Scottsdale 2.0, that will bring a holistic approach to downtown planning. While there are challenges in downtown Scottsdale like parking, connectivity, and maintaining our public spaces, there are also many opportunities to build on downtown's success as a tourist destination, shopping hub, and cultural and entertainment center. As a community, we need to better understand those challenges and opportunities and also view how they fit together as part of a whole. As a city, we want to collaboratively create a focused improvement plan that consolidates community perspectives and visions, sets priorities, and defines a practical path forward to ensure downtown Scottsdale remains a dynamic destination for residents and visitors, a strong business hub, and a point of pride for all of Arizona. In 2013, the 5-year Tourism Development and Marketing Strategic Plan was adopted by the Scottsdale City Council. The council then created the Tourism Advisory Task Force to manage and advance the plan. The plan set aside funding to pay for a downtown Scottsdale economic feasibility study. A scope of work and deliverables for this study were developed through a collaboration of the Downtown Working Group, part of the task force, the city's economic development, planning, transportation, and tourism and events departments, and the Scottsdale Convention and Visitors Bureau. A competitive public bid process followed to ensure that a highly qualified firm would be brought on board to complete the project on behalf of the city and all its stakeholders. This study, which we are referring to as Downtown Scottsdale 2.0, should begin in June 2016. Why such a big effort on downtown, considering that all of Scottsdale is a focus of tourism efforts? Downtown Scottsdale is a major component of the 5-year Tourism Strategic Marketing Plan. It plays a critical role in the city's tourism industry and also is a leading center of business and commerce in Scottsdale. A primary goal stated in the Tourism Strategic Plan is to advance the success of downtown Scottsdale into a sustainable 365-day destination similar in quality to a resort experience. The City Council adopted Economic Development Strategic Plan envisions a downtown that has morphed from a medley of distinct areas in various stages of transition into a downtown with a thriving menu of offerings comprising the single most attractive Arizona destination for visitors, local resident entertainment, and technology and advanced business services firms and employees. These are very ambitious, but also very possible visions for downtown Scottsdale. Success will depend on the involvement of the entire community. You may be asking, there are several studies already in place related to downtown Scottsdale, such as the Downtown Character Area Plan, the Downtown Urban Design and Architectural Guidelines, and others. So how will this be different? How will it complement work already done while adding value to the efforts to move downtown forward? The simple answer is that this study is designed for action. It will build upon previous plans, studies, and strategies still in effect in downtown Scottsdale and move them forward. Through this study, we will view best practices and new ideas through the experience of a highly qualified firm with expertise in downtowns around the country and internationally. The study is also required to culminate not just with recommendations and a refined vision for downtown, but a bona fide action and implementation plan on how to get there. Developed collaboratively with businesses and the community, the end result will include defined projects, timelines, and real ways to create funding for the services and infrastructure needs that are deemed critical through the public input process. While the process will take some time to get right, we will move it forward as rapidly as possible so that we can begin producing positive results. The study is expected to take 9 to 12 months to complete. If that seems long, consider that there are 5 important phases of the project, all requiring significant levels of research and public involvement. In the first phase, the consulting firm will review the city's studies and strategic plans and suggest what among those should be kept or modified to support future potential growth scenarios. They will review existing downtown data, like sales tax collections and real estate prices, and other relevant performance information. In addition, they will analyze current conditions in the market, such as regional lease and competitive activity. Case studies of other successful communities will be examined, along with a careful look at downtown's overall parking needs and approaches. This phase will require interviews and discussions with many local leaders and stakeholders to gather information, and will end with a written economic analysis report of findings and a public presentation. In Phase 2, the team will take the data collected and create several example versions of what downtown could look like under different scenarios. This critical step will consider key elements, like what kinds of office, retail, and housing spaces are needed, parking capacity and needs, public spaces and how to make them active and enjoyable, the impact on how people move in, out, and around downtown, and of course, design and aesthetics. Each of these scenarios will also estimate the costs of various elements. The third phase is where stakeholders, residents, businesses, property owners, merchants, and others will be asked to get really involved by looking at the scenarios and sharing their thoughts, feelings, and preferences. This phase will include direct outreach to property owners, bankers, city leadership, and stakeholders in the downtown area for input, presentations in public forums and roundtable settings, and finally, a written report communicating the findings and results from public outreach. Information about this process, including meeting dates and locations, will be available through the city website, email newsletters, and other forms of publicity. A great plan will remain just a plan unless we find ways to make it feasible. This phase will take the preferred community scenario from Phase 3 and put real numbers to it, from cost of development to potential return to the city. It will test the market reality of the scenario and help answer whether the vision is fiscally reasonable, and if there is a gap, what policies, investments, financing options, or revenue streams could help close that gap. It will also help answer what possible results and positive outcomes could come about if the plan is realized, such as tourism and economic development impacts like additional sales tax revenue and job creation. This plan won't sit on a shelf. It will become the work plan for the next several years in downtown Scottsdale. It will recommend the best approaches to achieve the right results for downtown Scottsdale. It will outline potential management structures to implement elements of the plan, along with the pros and cons of each. These will likely include enhanced infrastructure and services, parking management, downtown marketing, beautification and safety, wayfinding and signage, among others. And it will conclude by providing an implementation plan to guide us in getting it done. This process only works with the involvement and input of our citizens and all downtown stakeholders. You will have many opportunities to get involved and ensure your voice is heard. A project website will be created and will include updated information during all phases of the process. An e-newsletter will be available to anyone who wants to stay informed. Meetings, forums, and online surveys will be available. Finally, you may always request an in-person meeting to learn more and offer your input. We hope that you will get involved in this process. Stay connected by visiting scottsdaleaz.gov and searching Downtown. And stay tuned for additional ways to connect as the process unfolds.